Hello, what's going on, dear sweet loving friends? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. That's right. No, this isn't OnlyFans. Catch me on. I'm gonna keep going. Look, I'm chilling out. I was done for the day. I had a bath. I'm in my dressing gown, but I see the news that Chelsea have agreed a deal for Malo Gusto, the fullback, and there's good news floating around Chelsea Football Club, and I wanted to reflect on an article from Matt Law talking about Reece James being back. The scenario with Malo Gusto, our 7th signing of the ruddy January transfer window. It's crazy. It's crazy. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to talk about it in this video. Consider subscribing for more OnlyFans content of a sexy hairy French man who talks about Chelsea. You still here? Alright. So Matt Law, Chelsea correspondent of The Telegraph, well informed, has written about this transfer. Yeah, £26 million, which actually is, is that, yes? It is a teenage fullback from Lyon, from Liga, so from that sense, you wouldn't be paying any more. But they reckon he's super good, so let's have a little look-see here. Chelsea have agreed a deal to sign the right-back, Malo Gusto, and loan him back to Lyon for the rest of the season after the French club refused to let the player leave in January. This is what I said in the previous upload. It's the Christian Pulisic scenario. And it kind of makes sense. It's understood Chelsea will pay around £26 million, which is like, fine. £26 million? I mean, that's money means nothing in football anymore. But if you consider, like, for the last fullback we bought, we paid £62 million for Mark Cucurella, who granted has proven he can play in the Premier League and stuff. But, yeah. Plus add-ons. Well, plus add-ons. If he reaches said add-ons, we're doing well. We're laughing, you know. For Gusto, who will undergo a medical in London before returning to Lyon to complete the season and moving to Stamford Bridge in the summer. Also, I don't know if Matt Law is going to say this in his article, but I think with all this like noise that UEFA are going to change the rules in the summer so you can't sign players on super long deals, so you can't amortize the transfer fees because Todd Bowley found the loophole and they're all trying to be like, don't do that anymore. Maybe Chelsea are thinking, actually, if they are going to change that in the summer, let's sign him now on a 8.5 year deal and loan him back for 6 months, and he'll still be on that deal and we can still amortize that money across the 8 years. It's pretty smart. Chelsea had hoped to sign Gusto before the transfer window shut next week, but Lyon rejected their opening £17.6 million offer. Yeah, that's we paid nearly 10 million more than that opening bid, and insisted the France under-21 international would not be allowed to leave until the summer. Rather than switching targets and searching for a quick January fix, Chelsea decided to strike an agreement to sign Gusto and allow him to remain at Lyon at the end of the season. Yeah, hold on. Chelsea's recruitment team is believed the 19-year-old Gusto is the best right back under 20, aged under 20 in Europe, and did not want to risk losing him to a rival by waiting to the end of the summer to renegotiate a transfer. So, we've got Reece James, who, even if you're not a biased Chelsea fan, there's a good chance you might say he's the best right back in the world. Some football fans that watch a lot of Reece James that perhaps don't have an anti-Chelsea agenda, they might think, yeah, Reece James, he can play many positions, he scores goals, he assists, he defends, he's, built like a tank, he's young, he's fast, he is the one. And then for Chelsea to say this new lad is the best under 20 right back in Europe, and we want him as well, suddenly your, two right back options are sounding pretty darn scintillating, and we no longer have to have heart attacks with Azpilicueta. No, that's unfair. Azpi's been so good, for Chelsea. I'm not inclined to, dig him out. But ultimately, him at right back or, Trev Chalobah isn't the one, is it? And that's no slight on Trev Chalobah. It's just a He's just a centre-back / CDM. He's not a right back. Is he, boys and girls? Gusto is seen as the perfect fit to deputise for and challenge Reece James for the right back position. His signing will also allow Reece James to be used in different positions by head coach Graham Potter. Now, different positions. Ooh, that's got you thinking. First of all, makes you think, well, he'll play right centre-back again, and Gusto will play right wing-back. Or Reece James in the midfield. Now, I've said this anecdote, call it a yanecdote, I apologise immediately for that. When Reece James went on his loan to Wigan as a shy young teenager, when he was a teenager, he went on loan to Wigan as a right back, and they moved him into the midfield and it saved their season. To the point where they gave teenage loney right back playing in the midfield the captain's armband at the end of the season. That's how effective Reece James is in midfield. Now, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just getting a little bit too sexy here. I might have to cover up. I'm just like, we were saying Reece James, best right back in the world. I'm here for it. But, you know, there'll be games where if you put him in midfield, we'll all be excited and intrigued by that. Surely excited and intrigued. No? James is now recovered from an injury, and this is incredibly good news. Expected to be in contention to start at Chelsea's next game against Fulham next Friday night, with Ben Chilwell also hopeful of being on the substitutes bench. You just love to see it. The Champions League winning wingbacks back in contention to elevate Chelsea's season to some form of competitive nature, chasing that Europa Conference qualification dream. Joking aside, if we become a good team quickly with these returning people and we brush Dortmund aside, dare to dream? It's up to you, man. You make the decision. But it's super good to hear about the return of Reece James. It remains to be seen whether or not Chelsea will sign a new midfielder before the transfer window shuts, with new bids for top targets not being ruled out. Ooh la 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 la. Chelsea have already failed with bids and proposals for Moises Caicedo, who Brian have also turned down an offer from Arsenal. Yeah, we spoke about that in this morning's upload. Enzo Fernandez and Everton's Amadou Onana. I don't think Onana will happen, though he does actually look a real player. I don't know if that was a Lampard target, but that was genuinely a very good signing for Everton. He looks a player, basically, in what is a team that is performing awfully. The Blues have already proved they can move quickly when necessary this month. Amen. Which leaves the prospect of a big late deal for a midfielder open. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm feeling good about it. I'm hoping you are too. Malo Gusto, the best under 20 right back in Europe, now a Chelsea, or on the brink of being a Chelsea player. We've had the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. This is exciting. I'm excited to watch Chelsea again. Like for Fulham, who's going to start, bro? Like, it's going to be like Madueke and like, who knows, like Madueke. That would be sick. Like, Noni, like, Graham Potter's been giving comments on Noni Madueke, and it sounds really positive. He'll bring something very different to the Chelsea attack, which is exciting. As will, like, you know, Milo Mudryk, like that intense pace down the left, the dribbling down the right. You know, Sterling's coming back. If the vibes are good, you know, you might get Sterling firing again. And then a couple more games, and then João Felix returns. And I'm sure he's settled in a lot more in training, you know the players more probably. I know they did a team bonding thing. Was it Adam Newson said, I heard on a podcast. So the players will know each other more. But I'm really excited to hopefully see Reece James and Noni Madueke linking up on the right-hand side. He's already, called out Reece James as someone as he wants to, cook something up down that right flank, and he thinks it will be really interesting. Incredible scenes, really. I'm very, very excited to watch Chelsea again, and that is a strange feeling. Despite only scoring one goal the last two games after things have been happening, but We were probably the best side against Liverpool. Granted, Liverpool have been bad. We are away, so the point's fine. And, Palace was just a win and a clean sheet. But, like, you can see, even, I saw more in the Fulham loss, really, of stuff we're trying to do. But yeah, bring some of these injured players back. And just give me Reece James and Madueke link up on the right flank. And let's see what we can do, ladies and gentlemen. Get that Madueke goal as well. Yeah. Let me know what you think, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to this OnlyFans channel. Top 0.1% creators, or whatever they go say. And yeah, man, I look forward to talking more about Chelsea and following the stories. Of course, it's popping off at the moment, and I imagine there will be more stories tomorrow. So check back every single darn day, and I'll be here waiting for you.